So here's the question for today's video. Why do so many real estate agents feel stuck in a constant cycle of treading water despite working harder than ever? And more importantly, how can you identify what's actually holding your business back? My name is Gene Donahue, and I'm the creator of the Agent Success Formula. And in this video, we'll uncover how to diagnose what's truly preventing your real estate business from achieving consistent, predictable income. But before we dive in, just a quick reminder that if this content resonates with you, please visit my website at genedonahue.com. That's genedonahue.com. So, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still not seeing the results you want? You're attending every training, following every of the guru's advice, and working longer hours than most of your friends with regular jobs. Yet that consistent monthly paycheck remains elusive. So, if this sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. And this video might be the most important video you'll watch this year. So, one of my favorite business authors, Mike Michalowicz, made a profound observation in his book, Fix This Next. He said that the biggest problem most small business owners face, and yes, real estate agents are small business owners, isn't any specific issue with marketing, sales, or operations. But instead, their biggest problem is they don't know what their biggest problem actually is. And this insight hit me hard because I see it play out every day in the real estate industry. As agents, we're bombarded with solutions before we've properly diagnosed the problems. It's like going to 10 different doctors and walking away with 10 different prescriptions without anyone running proper tests to figure out what's exactly going on here. So think about it. How many times have you jumped from one strategy to another, or you see other agents jump from one strategy to another? Facebook ads one month, cold calling the next, then maybe door knocking or circle prospecting after that. And with each pivot, there's that brief moment of hope, that brief moment of time that this might be the one, the magic bullet that finally solves everything. But here's the reality. Without a proper diagnosis, even the best solutions won't stick. And it's why most real estate training programs have abysmal long-term success rates. They're offering band-aids when some agents actually need surgery and major operations to others when they just needed a simple adjustment. So today, we're going to learn how to diagnose what's truly holding your business back. This isn't about finding a quick fix. It's about identifying the actual constraints that's keeping you from that consistent, predictable income that you deserve. But before we go a little bit deeper into the diagnosis process, let's talk about why most solutions fail real estate agents in the first place. And I call this the survival trap. You've heard me talk about it before, and it's a pattern I've seen countless times. And here's how it typically plays out. An agent experiences financial pressure, maybe a few deals they fall through, or the market shifts, or personal expenses begin to pile up. And this creates immediate stress around paying the bills. And with the pressure mounting, the agent naturally focuses exclusively on lead generation. After all, no leads mean no clients, which means no commissions. So they pour everything into getting more leads, time, money, energy, often neglecting the foundational systems their business actually needs. And sometimes it works, at least for a little bit. They land a few clients, close a few deals, breathe a sigh of relief as the commission checks come in. But ultimately, then what happens? Without proper systems in place, they get busy serving those clients, stop doing the lead generation activities that brought them in, and inevitably, the pipeline dries up. And soon they're back where they started, stressed about money and focusing exclusively on lead generation again. And it's a roller coaster that never stops, and it's absolutely exhausting. So I remember talking with an agent, and I'll call her Amy, who had been in the business, a couple of years. I think it was about 3 years or so. And she was hardworking and very passionate about real estate. But she felt like she was on a treadmill. Some months I'm making great money, she said. And other months I'm dipping into my savings just to cover my bills. I never know if I should be celebrating or panicking. And what Amy didn't realize, and what many agents don't realize, is that this feast or famine cycle isn't just damaging to your bank account, it erodes confidence, it strains relationships, it clouds your judgment and decision making. And ultimately, it ends up stealing the joy and the purpose that brought you to real estate in the first place. And the truth is, most solutions fail because real estate agents, they're addressing symptoms, not the causes. It's like taking painkillers for a broken leg. You might feel better, but you haven't fixed the actual problem. So, how do we break this cycle? How do we figure out what's really holding us back? And this is where my process flow stack framework comes in. Think of it as a diagnostic tool, if you will, a way to identify which critical business element needs your attention right now. And the process flow stack, it consists of 6 essential elements that build upon each other to create a stable, profitable real estate business. And each element must be solid before the next one can function properly. And let me walk you through the 6 elements. Element 1 is financial assessment and planning. This means taking a hard, honest look at both your personal and business finances, understanding exactly what you need to maintain and even increase your lifestyle, what your business expenses are, and creating a clear plan for growth. Without this foundation, everything else is built on shifting sand. Element 2 is establishing effective cash flow systems. This is where you create the mechanics for money to flow in and out of your business in a way that supports your financial plan. And it includes setting up consistent income streams, managing expenses, and ensuring you pay yourself first and not just pay yourself whatever's left over after everything else. Element 3 focuses on lead generation that aligns with your natural strengths. Notice that this is third, not first. Many agents jump straight here, but without the first 2 elements in place, even the best lead generation systems will eventually fail. And this element is about creating a system that consistently brings in high quality leads by leveraging what you naturally do well. Element 4 is developing a client-centric contract to close system. Once you have clients, you need streamlined processes that deliver an exceptional experience while protecting your time and your energy. These systems ensure nothing falls through the cracks and that clients feel supported throughout the transaction. Element 5 establishes robust referral systems. When you've delivered great service through your contract to close system, you're positioned to generate referrals, the most profitable form of business. This element creates the mechanisms to consistently turn satisfied clients into advocates, into champions for your business. And finally, element 6 focuses on continuous learning and development. This ensures you're constantly growing personally and professionally, staying ahead of market changes and refining your skills and systems. So here's what's crucial to understand. These elements build on each other. If element 1 is shaky, nothing above it will stay stable for very long. If your financial foundation isn't solid, even the best lead generation system or referral program won't create lasting success. It's like trying to build a big, beautiful house on a cracked foundation. It might look good for a while, but eventually the problems will show through. So let's get practical now. How do you figure out which element needs your attention right now? And I'm going to walk you through a quick self assessment. And I encourage you to be brutally honest with yourself as we do this. So, element 1, financial assessment and planning. Ask yourself, do I know exactly how much money I need to make each month to cover all my personal expenses? Do I have a clear separation between business and personal finances? Do I have a realistic budget for both of them? If you hesitated on any of these questions, this element needs your attention now. For element 2, cash flow systems, consider, do I pay myself a consistent amount each month, regardless of how much commission comes in? Have I established a system for managing business expenses? Do I have reserves to handle slow periods? If not, this may be your constraint. For element 3, lead generation, reflect on this. Do I have a consistent system for generating leads that doesn't depend on me working harder and longer hours? Does my approach leverage my natural strengths and personality? Does it attract the right type of clients I actually want to work with? Inconsistency here suggests issues. For element 4, contract to close systems, ask yourself, do I have clear documented processes for every stage of the client journey? Do my clients always know what's happening next? Do I have systems that allow me to serve clients well without being constantly available? And gaps in this element lead to chaos and burnout. Element 5, referral systems. Ask yourself, have I created a systematic approach to generating referrals? Do past clients consistently recommend me? Do I have a system to stay top of mind with my sphere of influence? This element multiplies your results when built properly. For element 6, continuous learning, am I regularly investing in my personal and professional development? Do I have a plan for growth and not just a plan, just reacting to market changes? Am I evolving my business model based on new insights? This element ensures long-term relevance. Now, here's what's interesting and often frustrating for agents. The area where you feel the most pain isn't always the area that needs the most attention. And this is why self-diagnosis is so tricky. For example, agents think I need more leads when the real problem is poor financial planning that creates constant pressure and reactive decision making. Others may believe they need better marketing when the real issue is actually the lack of follow through systems that would convert the leads they already have. And some feel they need more time when really its inefficient processes are the real culprit. The clarity comes from properly diagnosing your business constraints, and that's an incredibly powerful deal to deal with. When you know exactly what needs fixing, you can stop the scattered approach that drains your energy and resources. And you can focus precisely where it matters most right now. And that focus is what ultimately creates breakthrough results. So today we've uncovered a fundamental truth about succeeding in real estate. Proper diagnosis must come before treatment. The reason so many agents feel stuck in that treading water cycle isn't because they're not working hard enough and because they don't have success to the right strategies. It's because they're focusing their efforts in the wrong places. The process flow stack gives you a framework to identify exactly where your business needs attention right now. Remember, sustainable success comes from addressing the right problems in the right order, building each element on a solid foundation. So here's what I need you to do before the next video comes out. Take 30 minutes. Put it on your calendar right now to honestly evaluate each element of the process flow stack in your business. Identify which area needs the most attention and commit to focusing exclusively on strengthening that foundation before moving to the next. And if you get stuck in this process, because remember, self-diagnosis can be difficult at times, on my website, genedonahue.com, you'll find the Agent Success Formula Scorecard. Then in the next video, we'll dive deeper into the first element of the process flow stack, how to properly assess your financial situation and create a plan that serves your life, not controls it. Because ultimately, that's what this is all about. Building a real estate business that provides not just financial stability, but the freedom and fulfillment you deserve. This is Gene Donahue, and remember, mindset fuels the systems, and systems support the mindset. Until next time, cheers.